This is presentation one, and the topic I'm going to talk about is climate change. Is this a new problem or an old problem? So I found this picture online, and this is a timeline of the climate change over 22,000 years. So we can see starts from agricultural revolution, the temperature start to rise and keeps become warm and warm. If it's an old problem, what has changed? And what solutions have been used before? Why won't they work now? Uh, this is an old problem, and we have used a lot of new technologies to help the climate change. And there's three examples. First one, we use renewable technology such as the nuclear power. And the second one, we use carbon capture or storage technology. And the third one, we use emission trade between different countries. So why these problems still exist? Some complex reasons such as overassumption or poverty and industrial agriculture increase, and also the population growth. Does this problem contain many different features? So I found two examples. One is negative and one is positive. The climate change can lead to a lot of other problems. One is the U.S. President Trump pulled the U.S. out of the Paris Agreement on climate change. So one of the agreement is saying that the powerful countries they have to help the other poor countries to build new green technologies in order to reduce to help the global warming. And United States has already spent a lot of money on it, and President Trump doesn't want to spend more money on it, so he's pulling out United States from that treaty. And then the positive example is that more car manufacturers, they are encouraged to make more hybrid and electric cars, and they are replacing the more traditional cars nowadays. The last slide is technical versus complex. Technical. We can solve this. Or help it get better by reduce carbon emission or use carbon capture and storage technology. The more complex perspective is that overconsumption, overpopulation is not that easy to solve. And this is a very good quote that I found from the internet. It talks about the system approach. According to Boucher, the root causes of climate change are not technologies such as the coal power and industrialized chemical-intensive agriculture, but the underlying social and cultural systems that created and locked people into these technologies through unsustainable patterns of consumption, growth, and inequality. So this basically is talking about that we think that we have the power or the technologies to make the climate better or change it better, but it is vice versa. So the more we think we can fix it, the more it's getting worse and worse. We ourselves as human beings, we created this consumption pattern, and it's really hard to actually 100% fix it. So it comes back to the ethical thinking of every single one of us, that we should know that climate change will eventually affect everyone. And that's it for the presentation. Thank you for watching.